So today I want to talk to you about resting and the natural recovery of hit points through the different versions of D&D. And this was actually a topic that was requested of me, so I'm getting to it today. We all know that in 5th edition, you could take a short or a long rest. Short rests had to be for an hour, and during that time, you can use up 1 to all of your hit dice to recover hit points. And you would roll hit dice, add or subtract your constitution modifier, and those are the hit points you get back in 1 hour. Long rests had to be at least 8 hours long, 6 of which had to be restful sleep. And at the end of the long rest, you would recover all of your hit points and half of any spent hit dice you had. Pretty good deal, huh? Well, let's talk about 1st edition and what they did there. Before I get to that, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor. Me. I'm the sponsor. I have set up a new campaign on startplaying.game called Thaco Rising. Last week I posted a video stating that I was interested in running a kind of hodgepodge D&D BX AD&D kind of game thing going on, and a lot of people have expressed interest in it. So I put together this thing on Start Playing where you can go and you can create a free player account, sign up for the game, and we'll play on Discord. I know a lot of you have heard about Start Playing. This is going to be absolutely free every session. No charge. We're just going to play and have some fun. All I ask in return is that you write a review of how you think I am as a DM, good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, and whatever you think. It's fine. Honest reviews only, please. Thank you. So the link for that is going to be down in the description. It'll take you straight to my profile page on Start Playing, and you can see all of the different campaigns that I am currently running and have listed there. And just click on Thaco Rising, and we can get playing. All right, sponsorship is over. So in 1st edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, things were a lot different as far as naturally recovering your hit points. You could rest for an entire day, 24 hours, and regain 1 hit point. If you rested for a week straight, did nothing at all except rest every day for 7 days, you would get your constitution bonus or penalty applied to that. You couldn't get it if you rested only 6 days. Your constitution bonus only applied if you rested for 7. And if you rested for an entire month, 4 weeks, you would get all of your hit points back. That's how long it would take for you to get all of your hit points compared to the only 8 hours in 5th edition. 3rd edition is kind of a mix between the two. In 3rd edition, you would recover 1 hit point per character level per day of rest. So if you were a 5th level character and you rested for an entire day, you would get 5 hit points. Plus your constitution bonus or penalty applied to that. So it was a little bit better than 1st edition, still not as good as 5th edition, but what changed and why? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the distribution of magic items. It's been well known that in 5th edition, the designers have stated that you could play the game without having access to any magic items whatsoever. And that holds true if you're going to rest and regain all of your hit points. If what you're doing is relatively easy, you don't need a cleric or healing potions or anything like that. 1st edition D&D basically required that your players have access to a lot of magic items, whether it be potions, magical weapons and armor, that kind of thing. You couldn't really survive without it. You needed to be able to leave a dungeon and come back to where you left off if you ran out of supplies. So you had to have some kind of home base that was close by. Not so much for 5th edition, because again, you really don't need the magic items to be able to play. That's not saying that you shouldn't get them at all. I mean, the game's a lot more fun if you do have them, but comparatively speaking, fifth edition characters are basically superheroes compared to first edition characters, if you know, in the broadest of senses, you know. So I think that's probably the main reason why that particular rule changed over the years. Third edition, you still had access to a lot of magic items, masterwork items, things like that. So they kind of like made it easier for you to recover hit points there, but you still had, you know, a full day and then 1 hit point per your character level. So yeah, I think that's the main reason, was just access to magic, whether it's potions or items or spells or that kind of thing. You know, third edition, fifth edition allows clerics to swap out spells. You know, like you could trade in a light spell for cure light wounds, like on the fly. You know, I'm pretty certain, and I didn't look this up before I started recording, so I'm sure I'll get corrected in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that in first edition, and I'm not going to bother taking it down now while I'm making the video to check, but I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that in first edition. I don't recall ever having to do anything like that. But so yeah, that's it. I mean, it was a lot more harsh natural healing between the different editions, you know. 1 month to get all of your hit points back if that's all you did was rest for the entire month in first edition, compared to, you know, 8 hours of a long rest in fifth edition. Kind of crazy, but yeah. Well, anyway, so stick around for the next time I talk about some kind of weird and wacky changes between the different editions. Join me on Start Playing for Thaco Rising and any of the other campaigns that I am running over there. I really want to get this, you know, first edition kind of game rocking and rolling. So it's up there and it's ready to go, and it's going to be free to play. So let's all come have some fun. Follow me on all of my socials, and we'll see you all next time for probably a build video. I'm itching to get some building done. So have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, stay sane, and happy rolling.